and welcome to the Tier 3 Round 2 race of F1ABEEZ. I am on my own today. I don't think I'm just going to make it, which is unfortunate. Send the link into general. There we go. Let me get everything up. Who is the first one to go out? It looks like it's going to be Mayhem's. And for the soft tyre, it's only Q1, so not surprised. Interesting, Replica and Epic Warrior have opted for the medium tyre. Maybe they want to save a pair of softs, and it also is raining. But I don't think the rain is that much so needed to be on the intermediates. Mayhem's now approaching to start his first flying lap of Q1. Trying to get the maximum speed through that corner to keep down the straight. Coming up to turn 1, want to be hitting the apex quite nicely on this corner, which he does. Now here comes to the Maggots and Beckett's section of USA, into the tricky S's. Oh, he takes it quite slow. But it is also raining, so that doesn't help. Goes a bit wide there. Massively misses the apex on that corner. Keeps it nice and tidy through these three corners. Most people, or some people, mess up on them sometimes. Cuts the corner a bit there, but you get away with it. It's fine. Your DRS open. And down the main straight. Folk, don't know how you say it. Coming to the end of Sector 2, it's going to be purple, but he is the first one out, so not surprised by that. Well, the tricky left-hander with the kink in the road can catch some people out, but he holds that quite nicely. There's no sound. Oh. I shall fix that. Hang on. Have a look. Oh. Is there... Can you guys hear the sound? Some people are saying they can't hear the sound, some people saying they can. Mayhem's with a 1:34.5. That's a good lap from him. I can hear. Okay. So it's not... Switch then. Who else is about to cross the line? A Mercedes of Raz goes across the line. It's going to be a 1:33.1, and that is a very good lap from him. 27.20. Yeah. Yeah. For some reason, whenever I go to 1080, it never works. I don't know why, so I have to put 720. It's unfortunate. I think most streams are 720 anyway, but. Replica about to cross the line on the medium tyre, so interesting what lap he puts in. It's going to be a 1:35.4. Doesn't matter what lap times you get on this, they will go through, because there is only 11 of them. Who is next to cross the line? I think it's the Panini Man. Interesting name. Wait, it's fine. nice and tidy through there into the final corner. I want to cut that a tiny bit, but not too much. Over the line, so 1:32.4, now the fastest lap. What a lap from him. It's been interesting to see, I think with the mediums they were using to save a pair. What is that? There's a yellow flag. I think that's Crafty or Replica. I think it's Replica. No? No, it's Crafty. I think. There's a Ferrari. You have lost it. If we look at which one? See how? Who's that? Oh, it was man. Helios about to cross the line with a 1:34.7, only 2/10 off his teammate. The soft compound of tyre. I also had an extra lap been used, so it's a good lap from Helios. Epic Warrior also about to cross around the medium tyre. It's going to be a 1:37.5, puts him 6th. Doesn't matter though, because he will still get through no matter what time he put up. Looks like he was about to run out of fuel as well, so I think he got across the line. Let's run on board with the JXC for his lap. Running the Aiden Jackson helmet. It's a pretty good helmet design. From Codemasters. Hits the apex nicely through there. Ooh, had to... I don't even know what I'm saying. Coming through the hard right-hander, or flat right-hander should I say. Now comes to the final corner of the time. Comes across the line, so 1:32.5, puts him 2nd. Very good lap from JXC. In the McLaren, on the 2-lap old tyres as well. I think if Mr. Lethal Pete just sets a lap, then I think everyone can retire. Speed things up, so everyone will get through. See how he compares against his teammate, both on the mediums. Epic Warrior done a 1:37.5. See what Mr. Lethal Pete can do. It's just warming up his tyres. He wants to maybe get to that line a bit quicker though, otherwise there might be, the track might be a bit wet. Well, wetter than it is now. Probably not, but it goes a bit wide. Now he wants to carry as much speed through this corner as possible to get a nice run down to turn 1. It goes a bit wide, but still keeps some of that speed. Now into turn 1. Hits the apex nicely. Could have cut that a bit more, but it's fine, it doesn't matter. Coming to the tricky S section of the track. Not many people are a fan of this. I'm one of them people. Takes it nicely though. Doesn't want to hit that curb on the left otherwise. Oh, and he's a bit too trigger happy with the throttle. I was just saying that you don't want to hit that curb otherwise you're going to spin, but also if you put too much throttle down you will also spin out of that corner. Getting out of Raz's way. Good to see, even though he's on an outlap. I don't think anyone else on this Jackson. No, he's 4.6 seconds down. You can just wait till Pete gets to the line and we'll see. He didn't get any damage from that, did he? No, he didn't. So he should be fine to do another lap. Also going to be interesting to see that there's only going to be one driver that's not going to make it through into Q3, because there's only 11 of them. But then Q3 is going to be the place where everyone's going to be a lot more competitive than they What are you are now? So what? It's all for position, that is. There's Peasy now. Yeah, about to start his lap again. He wants to carry a bit more speed. Nice line through there. Can carry a lot more speed than he had before. For the run to turn 1. His teammate now coming out of the pits. I hope he doesn't want to get in his way. It hits the apex, but it wasn't as good of a turn as it was in his other lap. Through the tricky S section, you don't want to hit any of them bumpy sausage curbs, otherwise they will send you off into the Shadow Realm, unless you hold it. Misses the apex a bit there, but he can still hold it. Epic Warrior almost getting in his way, making Pete a bit hesitant turning in there. He's not as trigger happy with the throttle as he was last time. Now down to the braking zone of... I don't know the turn numbers. I'm horrible with turn numbers. Down the main straight. Doesn't have any slipstream in front of him, so he won't have an edge of anyone else. Unless they had slipstream. Maybe they could add a bit of team orders. Maybe if Warrior gave him a bit of a tow, but... misses the apex a bit there. Short shifting through the gears, which is... good strategy, especially when the track is damp and you're on the slick tyres, otherwise you could be hesitant to spinning. Very careful through there, doesn't want to go too much throttle down on that bump in the road, because that can catch people out. Coming towards the end of Pete's lap at the moment, hits the apex very nicely. Down to the final corner. It's going to be a 1:39.4. It's not a competitive lap, but again, he doesn't need to set a fast lap because it's only Q1 and there's only 11 of them. Oh, it's on a lap. Indy man in the Williams. He's 7/10 down in the first sector, so I don't know if this is a proper lap. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have a look at his sector times in the second one. Second sector. Yeah, he's 1.3 seconds down. What about Epic Warrior? We'll go on board with him. So he's also on a lap, trying to improve on his 37.5. On the main straight, Pete could have given him a little bit of a tow, but he's too far away. Been good team orders, but to the end of Sector 2, goes very wide, misses the apex by quite a big margin. He's currently 2/10 down this time. Pete getting out of the way, doesn't want to cause any interference on his teammate's lap, which is good. Hits the apex very nicely. Doesn't put the throttle down too quickly. Lifts through this corner a bit. I'm not sure if you have to lift through that corner in the wet, but I'm assuming you probably have to. I haven't. When I did this was dry. Carry as much speed as you can. Takes it nicely through there. It's going to be a 1:38.9. Is he going again? I don't think he has enough ERS to go again. It's going to be no, I don't think he is going again. Or is he? I'm not sure. Contest. Yeah, I'm very confused with. Oh wait. Oh, I thought it was full quali. Oh, I'm dumb. I was not paying attention to that. I did not realise it was not full quali. That is my bad. I'm just so used to it being full quali. I didn't realise it was short. Anyway, it's going to be competitive then. But I think Panini Man will hold his pole because I think the track is getting a lot much more damper because people don't seem to be getting in the near to the 32s. Oh, JXC has spun it on the Magnussen Beckett section of the USA track. Or the attempted to be Magnussen Beckett section. Who was that just passed? It was Epic Warrior. Straight on. Is anyone on that? Yeah, Braz is now on his lap. See if he can improve on his 33.1, but I'm not sure because these conditions are worse than when he set his lap. Very wide to the first corner. Into the exit. Okay, that's weird. The sausage curve had sparks coming off of it. I think that's a bug. He's 1.2 seconds down on his first second time, which is not good for him, but if he can hold third, that is still a good position. If he gets a good run into turn 1, he could gain either one position or both. I think JXC is also on a lap. He'll cross the line first, so we'll go on board with him. And the end of sector 2... Oh, never mind. He is not on a lap. I've just realised. I am very out of it. I'm kind of tired. So that's why I might be a bit out of it. Currently 3.1 seconds down on his EB, so he will not move anywhere. Neither will JXC. I think he did not make the lines. He will be finished. Yep. I think that is it for qualifying. So, I don't think no one else is on a lap. That is the end of qualifying for this Tier 3 USA race. Me thinking it was full quali, because I am big brain. Not really. Too wet to improve yet the lap time. Yeah. Very unfortunate the weather. That's the worst part about qualifying. If it's dry at the beginning, and you do a not as quick lap as you probably can do, and then it starts raining towards the end. It gets worse and makes the track very damp. Then that's the worst qualifying it can be. Then you can't improve, because even if you know you can improve, you're not able to because of the conditions. And for qualifying, we have Panini Man in the Williams in P1, JXC P2 in the McLaren, Raz P3 in the Mercedes, AlphaTauri locking out 4th and 5th, Replica in the Ferrari in 6th on the medium tyre, Epic Warrior in the Red Bull on the mediums, Mr. Little P on the Red Bull in the mediums, and DJ Rocket Crafting and Josh Ram have all not set a time. I think that was because they had a quali, but I'm not sure. I'm going to assume they did. It's going to be interesting to see all the strategies with the 2 Red Bulls being on mediums. They could get an edge of going longer on the softs. Now, remember, everyone don't ready up, otherwise you will get a 3-place grid penalty, I'm pretty sure. I always get confused here. I always think it's either a quali ban or a 3-place grid penalty. I think it's a grid penalty. You've still got 28 laps. Anime, you'll be fine. Yeah, anything can happen in the race. It could all change, even if you do start P10 or so. You never know. Something could happen. Someone could take out the whole front grid, like some person done in the actual F1 race. I won't say who, but I'm pretty sure everyone knows by now. Starting the formation lap. E-Man takes them away. JXC already warming up his tyres. Who is on? I'll get the. I'll see the tyres. So we've got. There's your predicted pit stop strategy for the mediums to the soft, and I'm sure the soft will be soft medium. Ericsson hit Bottas. Yes, Ericsson did indeed hit Bottas. I think what the top 5 on these softs want to do is get away from the mediums as quick as possible so they can have a bit of a gap for their pit stop they have before everyone else on the mediums, unless there is a safety car. That would also change the strategy. Get the position changes up for the start of the race. Keep it inevitable. Everyone just warming their tyres to make sure they are warm for the start of the race so they can have as much traction as possible. Because if they are quite cold, then you won't have as much traction as people with warmer tyres. Which is why I hate safety car restarts, because yeah. By the time I get to the end, they're already cold. Williams of Miniman now coming to his grid spot, which is in P1. I don't think anyone readied up, so I'm scared low. I don't know when rain comes. Oh, is there rain? I don't know. As you'll be fine. Rep the Mercedes. I am Mercedes driver as well. I believe in you. Here we go. For 5 red lights for the USA Tier 3 race, and oh, the lights glitch, and as lights out, and away we go. Mayhem's with a great start, getting past JXC straight away. Raz with a good start as well. Is he going to be up into P1 in the first corner? He's about, oh, pushes man a bit wide, and there's been contact between Raz and JXC. Has Raz got any wing damage? I don't know. I'm trying to wait till he comes by so I can see, and he's dropped down. I don't. Oh, I think it's not. Helios has gone up to first. What a start from Heat. Oh, JXC spun it again. It's not been the greatest of starts for JXC. P3 to P11. JXC is going to be hoping to try and get back. He's still got 28 laps, so he could make a good recovery drive. Anyone close to each other? Nini Man has also dropped to P4. The greatest of starts for him either. Oh, and DJ Rocket goes for a move on Pete, which Pete locks up into both Hasses, making it past Pete. Oh, I think there was a bit of contact between Crafty and Panini, I think I just heard. Panini trying to hold Crafty out on the outside for this corner. They're going to go side by side through the right-hander. B-Man make... Helios Helios and Raz are pulling away. Which is what they want to happen. So they can get away from all the medium runners, which are... There's one in P... Where are the tyres? There's one in P4, one in P7, one in P9, and one in P10. JXC has pitted. That is no surprise because I think he had damage. Epic Warrior. Are they going to go side by side through the S's? Yes, they are. This could end one way or the other. Banging wheels through the S's. Epic Warrior has to lift and go off the track a bit there, giving Crafting the space so they don't make contact. Raz now caught up to Helios for the lead. Oh, they made contact. Was that damage? I don't think it was, but Let's see, will Raz have Helios in the straight? Helios has already used up all of his ERS. That is interesting. That's not probably the best idea to do, but I guess Helios can make it work. Raz looking to go around the outside. Helios blocks him off. Helios trying to defend this first position for all of his life, but I don't know if he will be able to keep it held for that much longer. He keeps going wide through these corners. Raz goes around the outside of the right, the fast right-hander. I think Raz does have damage. He looks like he's having a bit of understeer. It might be minor damage that you can't see. Adini, man, now closing in on Helios. Has 65 ERS, while Helios has 21. You know, with the fastest lap, going to overtake Helios now. Down into turn 1. Makes the move. But Helios with the switchback. There's a lovely switchback by Helios. Pneuman went a bit too deep on the right hand side of that corner. Raz and Nima almost went side by side. Helios with the first time penalty of the race. Time penalties are very easy to get in this track, especially on the S section. Nima going around the outs, trying to go around the outside of Raz, but Raz keeps it held. Maybe it's just to knock on the straight. Or now. Or Nima with a bit too much throttle. And I don't know how he hasn't retired. That was a big impact. He is lucky to escape away without retiring there. That was an impact and a half. We've now got a DRS train of Helios, Raz, and TG Rocket. The fight for P1. Yeah, I'm really not sure how Pneuman did not retire there. That was a hard hit into that wall. Raz trying to make the move on Helios, but it's just getting a bit of understeer through that right-hander. He wants to make this move quickly to get away from everyone behind him, but DRS open now. Let's see if he's going to make the move down the straight. Helios still has just used all his DRS, while Raz is sat at 65. About this strategy by Helios, but I mean, he's just keeping his DRS on all the time. I don't know how or why he's doing that. He's a bit wide through there. Slow through there, which gives Raz the ability to get through. They're still going side by side, bit of contact. This is allowing DG Rocket to get into the mix. Just keeping first place into the straight. I don't know if does Raz have DRS? No, he doesn't. DG Rocket has DRS. Looking to make that move on Raz. Raz goes for the defensive line. DG Rocket already made it through. Ooh, Helios almost making contact with Raz. That allows Joshua to get through, past Helios. That's when a yellow flag at Sector 2, that is JXC. JXC's not having the best of races. Oh, and Helios put too much throttle down. And he has spun it. I don't know if his ERS was on, but if it was, then it would be the reason. DJ Rock has got a nice 1 second gap between them. Helios has spun it again. His rear tyres must be quite hot. DJ Rock, oh no, Raz got past DJ Rock with DRS. So has the better exit and more speed. Raz now getting more speed down to the S section. DJ Rock is looking to get past, but so Raz is the time penalty. A bit off the track there. I think that's the closest battle so at the moment. Raz is a bit wide, which means DJ Rocket gets a better run down to the braking zone before the long straight. DJ Rocket will have the assistance of DRS to try and make it past Raz. Raz only with 50% ERS, while DJ Rocket draining it down to make sure he gets past Raz. Raz doesn't look like he's using any. He wants to say that there's the defensive line. Is he going to come back at him? No, he's not. It's the end of Sector 2. Raz is not looking to make a move to get that P1 back. He's probably just going to wait until the DRS straight. Everyone else is kind of mainly spread out. It's battle for P1. We have Raz seems. Oh, never mind. I was going to say Raz seems to struggle on that right-hander, but he took it well that time. Penalties. Is everyone only on? Yeah. Raz on a 3, Helios on a 3, and Puma on 3. Raz was a bit trigger happy with the throttle there as well. He held it though. DJ Rocker's going to try and extend his lead on Raz. He knows he has a 3-second time penalty, so if he can just hold this P1 to the end, then he should be good. But there is pit stops to take account for. Raz slowly dropping back, but he's going to have DRS on this main straight to help him get a bit closer to DJ Rocker. That was a bit of lag. I thought he was going to go in the back of DJ Rocker then, but they're going side by side through the main straight. Raz has safely got past. With a penalty. I think I was just on the S's, yeah it was. I think it's just going to be a DRS train between these two, just handed each other first and second over and over again. Raz goes a bit wide, which gives DJ Rocker the way to go around the outside, a bit of contact. Keeping it clean though. DJ Rocker makes it past. What? That was a nice move from DJ Rocker. Around the outside. Now Raz can have DRS down the pit straight. I don't know if this is going to be enough to make a move on the first corner. DJ Rocker trying to go defensive, but then realises Raz is too far back to go for a move. Let's look back. I think that we have an AlphaTauri, yeah, we have these two for battling. One of main focuses on the lead. The main straight again. Raz should make the pass. Well, both Ferraris are getting quite close to each other. Right, because used all his ERS. Raz did not manage to make the move past DJ Rocker. I don't know if he's just trying to save his time. DJ Rocker's at 100% ERS, he's not draining it at all. Just to make sure he has the most DRS to assist him. Raz has DRS on him. Good strategy. Save all that ERS. Dump instead of just draining it all in the first few laps. We have to wait and see who dives into the pits first with these soft runners. I think if DJ Rocker does, Raz will copy him. But Raz maybe wants to try and go for an undercut, which could also be possible. Both Haas's look in a really good position for P1, P3. If they can hold that for the rest of the race, that is some good points for Haas. Helios has pitted. As soon as I said who's going to be the first one to pit, and it's going to be Helios for the soft runners. Did he have any damage? No, he didn't. He just feels like his tyres, he just doesn't like them tyres anymore, he wants some new ones. Let's go with another, was that his second one or is it already, that was his first, that was the second one. Raz now looking to make a move on DJ Rocker around on the inside line. Rocker with a switch back. These two are going to be talking about a Max Verstappen Hamilton situation here. They're going to be battling all race. The lead of this and for the win. Panini Man has gone on to the. Or he went on the hardest 3 laps to go. They should be able to last to the end. But they might be on the edge of going, but. Raz seems to be locking up quite a bit. DJ Rocker not needing to use his ERS. It's just using that DRS to get a bit closer. The 3-man train at the back of the grid of JXC and the 2 AlphaTauris. Yeah. Just regular flag. DJ Rocker slowly closing in to the back of Raz on these corners. Could have the better speed through the first sector. Is he going to go for a dive? No, he's not. He's just going to wait to the straight. It's probably the easiest and not best option for DJ Rocker. DJ Rocker is now using his ERS to just give him a little bit of a boost. Both DRS and ERS, he should be able to make the pass. And he does. These are the only 2 drivers that have not made their pit stop yet from the start of the race. Everyone else has made at least 1 pit stop already, I think. Apart from, no, there are only people on the soft runners that haven't made a pit stop yet. Everyone else who's on the softs already have made their pit stop. And DJ Rocker now diving into the pits. Raz is not, and he gets another time banning. But not a bit too much. Helios making a move on Mayhem. I think that's team orders. Seems so Helios is on much fresher tyres than Mayhem's. That looked to be an easy pass. Mayhem did slow down a bit. So got the back of the grid. Helios trying to make a move past Epic Warrior. He is on the better tyre compound. That looks to go on the outside, which was almost made contact with Epic Warrior. But he just backed out of that. Epic Warrior, the time penalty does go quite wide. Now jumping into the pits does not like their mediums anymore, going very slowly. It's the pit lane. DJ Rocker comes out 4th. He's going on them hard compound tyres to go. I think he's going to go to the end on that, unless there is a safety car, which then might change his strategy. See how far away is DJ Rocker to Raz? 18 seconds. Now that would mean he would get past Raz if Raz did pit. Grid is now quite spread out. There is no one close to each other as Raz and DJ Rocker. I'm thinking Raz is going to jump in, and yes, he does. Make sure to not hit that wall, which has happened. Oh. Now let's see where Raz comes out. Is it going to be? He's going on to the medium tyre. No, I think would they last? They would definitely last, but they probably would be on the verge of going. Now, does he get in front of DJ Rocker? I don't think he will. DJ Rocker now coming up to the first corner. There is Raz. DJ Rocker and Raz coming back at him. Oh, makes contact and Raz spins. Raz trying to go for the dive to try and get past DJ Rocker out of the pits. It was a bold move. I think Raz should have just stuck behind him. And DJ Rocker looking to get past Crafty. DJ Rocker is on the slower compound tyre, but he is on pressure tyres. now trying to look to make the move. Crafting does not go defensive. Is DJ Rocker going to make the move in the corner? Yes, he is. I think this is the closest battle we have on track currently. DJ Rocker sets the fastest second sector of anyone in this race. Is now pulling away from Crafting massively. So could we see Crafting jump it into the pits? I think we might see him jump into the pits. It looks like he's losing a lot of time on them tyres. And yes, he's now jumping into the pits. Avoid the wall. No, he's just gonna hit that wall then. And Raz is on the better compounded tyres, but he is now 4.6 seconds behind DJ Rocker. So he's lost quite a bit of time because he tried to overtake him out of the pit lane, but then spun it to the back of DJ Rocker. I don't think he got damage from it. Yellow flag at sector 3. Oh no, Mayhem! He's done what I said he shouldn't do. He went right into the pit wall, and that is going to be a full course safety car. This has helped Pete quite a lot. If he now gets a free pit stop. He will lose track position, but he will get a free pit stop to change onto a new set of tyres, which I assume will probably be the hard tyre for the one stop. I'd do from pits. I had priority. I don't know. It was very close. I saw because you were coming in and out of the pits, and then you were side by side, and then I think DJ turned into the corner on the apex, and then you were there. I didn't think he saw you were there, so I'm not sure. You did it. It was very close though. Oh, could we see a change of strategy from anyone? Keep diving into the pits. Don't do. Just keep out the wall. Does? No, fine. Yeah, probably a racing incident, yeah. DJ staying out. Pete going on the soft tyre, so we will have to make another pit stop, because I don't think them softs will go to the end. That's Raz back up to P2. Could we see another battle between Raz and DJ Rocker for the P1 position? DJ Rocker does have penalties. Raz has a 6 second, DJ Rocker has none. AR seems to be jumping into the pits. Helios is jumping into the pits for a set of hard tyres to go to the end. GXC has gone to the medium tyres. They will make it to the end. Where gets a penalty gets a 3 second time penalty for corner cutting. Oh, what am I looking for? Position changes. DJ Rocker has had a very good start. First half of this race, he's up 8 positions and in the lead. It's very unfortunate for GXC though, making contact with Raz at the start, losing his P3. Crafting up 3 positions. Trump 7, PF 5. That's up. Now Raz probably want to get past as quick as possible. Restart, because he has the better compounded tyre. But Pete is on the new softs, so could he jump both Raz and DJ Rocker? He might not be able to jump both, but he might be able to jump Raz. All depends on his restart. Have to wait and see. Just waiting for Epic Glory to catch up, and it should go in this lap. Look at the sky. Oh yeah, could we see some rain? That was annoying. If there is rain, that could also change people's strategies quite a bit. Because if it's only a tiny bit of rain, people will probably be able to stay out on the slicks. But if it gets heavy, then you'll have to go on the intermediates, potentially the wets, depending on how bad the rain is. And as I say that, the rain is now starting to come in. Now, is this only light rain, or is it going to stay with us for the rest of the race? And if it is going to stay with us, then pit stops will have to be made. 10 more TNF. Well, this has not helped Pete, because if he didn't pit, he would have stayed in first, and then would have, without having to pit, he would have stayed in first and got the priority in the pits. But I didn't think he knew rain was on the way, and it does look like it's getting heavy already. The track looks to be dampening already as well. Could we see people jumping into the pits? The safety car restart, or will they stick on the slicks? DJ Rocker and Raz and Pete. I think everyone is jumping into the pits. No one is making a gamble on the slicks. Everyone is in the pits. Let's see if anyone can jump anyone. Will Raz get held up? Because I got held up. Mercedes box is not the best box to be in, because you get held up by everyone. And he is getting held up massively by the Red Bull. He's going to lose out so much from that. That is what happened to me on Friday. DJ Rock has got away in first place, but Raz has lost 3 positions, getting held up. Now DJ Rock is looking to extend his lead on Panini Man. That was not what Raz was hoping for. He was hoping for a quick pit stop and getting out in front of everyone, staying behind DJ Rocker, but it's the unfortunate of the Mercedes box. You're right in front of it, right next to everyone else where they're coming in. Oh, this has changed the race massively. Jack Cease has put too much throttle down and has spun it again. Not looking to be the best. Ah, and he reset the track. I think Lemon's in there anyway, but anyone close? Oh, and Crafty Inc. has also spun it. I saw him spin it a minute ago, I think, in the first corner, but these conditions don't seem to be working for Crafty Inc. DJ with a 2-second advantage to Panini Man, plus the penalties, so technically it is, oh my, it is about a 13-second advantage against Panini Man. This is looking good for DJ Rocker. Raz now looking to make the positions back that he lost in the pits, trying to get past Pete as quick as possible. To then try and catch up to the Williams of Panini Man, to then try and get back to where he was in P2. Isn't reset to track not allowed? No, reset. Unless they've changed, I don't think they have changed it, but resetting the track is not allowed. Raz looking to make the move. DRS is not enabled because of the rain, so you won't get any DRS advantage. But Pete goes wide. Does get a better run into the straight. They both have the same amount of DRS. Both just draining it. Raz also has the advantage of the slipstream. He's going to look for the move, go for the dive. Big lock up from Raz. Now they're going side by side through sector 3. Tries to look for a switchback. He is. This is getting now because they're battling. Josh Ram's getting into the mix. Just try and get that P3 position. Last podium position there is. Pete goes. Raz has slowly got a bit of time caught on Pete there. Raz wants to make this move done quick because Pete seems to be holding Raz up. Pete goes very wide, giving Raz the opportunity to get through, and he does. Is this going to allow Josh Ram to get through? I don't think it will. It's too far away. Is Pete going to look to try and get back at him? No, he's not. Lock up from Pete. This is a very interesting battle between Raz, Pete, and Josh Ram for the podium position. JXC, no, he tried to go in the pits and spun it. I think, did he go into the wall? No, he went into the wall. Let's go back to Raz. Right on board with Josh from the back. All three of these drivers want to make sure they get that podium position. To get the 15 points out of the podium. Pete goes wide again. I'm also going a bit wide. Pete is now out of Raz's slipstream, but Josh will have a toe from Pete. Not the biggest of toes, but he still will have a toe. Raz wants to try and extend his gap, to try and catch up to Panini Man, so he can get back to that second position. And potentially try and overtake the Easy Rocket if he can. Josh Ram trying to get past Pete. He wants to get in that 4th position. Helio spun and gave me damage. Oh, no, I didn't see. Josh now wants to try and make the move. Pete gets a much better run down the straight than Josh. Josh goes to the late braking, almost goes into the back of Pete, but keeps out of having contact. That's the S section. Josh carrying a lot more speed, but goes a tad too far in. Just gives Pete the better run to the last bit of the S's. Yellow flag, is that? I think that was Raz. I think Raz had a little bit of a spin, but he caught it, I think. Only 10 laps remaining. And it's going to be a main battle between for 3rd place between the Mercedes of Raz, the Red Bull of Pete, and the Haas of Josh. They all want to get on that podium, but only one of them can stand there. That 3rd position. DJ Rocker still extending his lead on Panini Man, out to 3 seconds. Josh losing quite a bit of time to that right-hander. It's not what he needs. He wants to be closing in on Pete. Keep in mind, Pete also has an advantage with the penalties. Raz has a 6 second, but Pete does not have any. The gap to the leader. That puts Pete third. Oh no, it puts him second actually. Either for another time penalty. DJ Rocker looking like he's gonna take the win on this race. No penalties, 3.7 seconds away from P2. And still extending. He looks to be on the charge for the win. Josh Ram has made it past Pete. Which is what he wanted, but is Pete going to come back at him? I think he is. He has 100% ERS, while Josh only has 15. Josh is going to slowly run out. Yeah, he almost has run out. Josh looking to go defensive. Pete is looking to go around the outside, backs off of it. Now this battling is going to give Raz the advantage just to pull away, keep that third position. Josh Ram puts too much throttle down and has spun it. He has kept out the wall, but that is not what he wanted. I think he kept his overtake on, I'm not sure. Has spun it again. His rear tyres are going to be on fire. That's not going to help him, especially in the rain. Now Raz has made an 8.1 second gap between Pete. Hope maybe going to steal that third position and the podium spot. Hang on. There's a battle going between Replica and Josh. There's a yellow flag. I think Replica spun it a bit. Josh Ram in the pits. I think he has. He's losing a right end plate. DJ Rocker with a penalty, with his first penalty of the race. But it doesn't, I don't think it will matter because I think he has an 11 second behind him and Raz has a 6. If he gets any more penalties, that could allow Pete to get into the mix podium, so he has none. Josh Ram, getting that wing fixed. Is JXC going to get out in front of Josh? I think he is. Josh, they're going to go back. Seen what Raz did, and he's keeping out, hitting JXC. There's a yellow flag over here. I don't think that was anything. Oh, it's, I think it's Epic Warrior at the back marker. Epic Warrior wants to look to get out of the way of Panini Man to let him by, and he does. Oh, that was close. Almost hits Panini Man's right, left rear tyre. He was ghosted though, so made a difference. And there's a battle between Josh and JXC. This is the closest battle we have on track at the moment. For the P8 position. Everyone in this race will take home points. Everyone wants to try and take home the maximum amount of points as possible they can. Josh, I'm looking a bit squirmy with the steering. Looks to be all over the place. Keep going left and right, trying to hold it without spinning. Which is allowing JXC to also pull away. Yellow flag. No, that's DJ Rocker. He has spun it. He's trying to hold it though. Panini Man's gonna get past, I think. Yes, they're gonna go side by side down the main straight. Doing, I forgot to press this right. I'm shocked I was so what's your game tagging game on Xbox? I can't remember. I've already asked this before, but I can't. I'm not sure. DJ Rocker still holding that P1 position. Oh yeah, Mayhem's. Oh. I mean, these things happen. Somehow I didn't put any practice into it. I thought I was going to spin. I don't know why that feels like the case. For me, I feel like the least amount of practice that I put in, the better I do. Need to make the pit lane wider. Yeah, they do. I think it was Q2 on my race. I went too quick into the pits. I didn't hit the wall, but I almost did. I think I might have given you the curse because as soon as I mentioned that you probably want to keep it out of that barrier, you went into the barrier. See, epic and I crash. I don't think I did. I think I was probably looking at if it was towards the beginning of the race, I was probably looking at DG Rocker and Raz between their battle. Pete has pitted. He has decided he doesn't want them. He thinks the intermediates aren't working anymore. He's put on them full wet tyres. He thinks it's time for the wet tyres. Let's see if anyone else does the same as Pete. Just to see his lap times as well, to see if they do improve. I mean, they won't be as quick as they were at the beginning because they were on slicks, but I have to see his lap times compared to DG Rocker or anyone else on the intermediates. DG Rocker is doing very well on these intermediate tyres. Even with his spin, he's now 1.5 seconds away from Panini. Panini wants to look for that P1 position, but then he will have to make a big gap. Otherwise, he won't be keeping that P1. And Josh Ram has also done it. I think he put too much power down. The exit. He has made a gamble to see if the wets are the better tyre in these conditions. We'll have to wait to see on this next lap he does, because that'll be his flying lap. Epic Warrior with another 3-second time penalty. Pete, the only person in this race to not get a time penalty. That says could help him, but he is 43 seconds away from Raz in third. That could mean he will keep the P4 position because Replica has time penalties behind him. Crafty looking on the back of Helios to try and get past. Helios with a better run down to the S section though. I think he had to lift there. CS is Crafty lifts straight away. Helios goes a bit wide, cuts the corner a bit. Then that forced him to go wide. Crafting trying to look around the outside, he can! Helios trying to get around the outside again, but he just made contact with Crafty. Not sure if that was wing damage, that might have been a tiny bit of wing damage. JXC is now past Helios as well, but he does get a penalty. I think he cut the corner to get past there. See that Helios on the slicks drained all his DRS, but on intermediates he's barely draining any. Look at the lap times. Hang on, there's quite a close battle between JXC and Craft. The Faris, both in 5th and 6th. They want to try and keep the 5th and 6th position, but I don't know if they can for any longer. Josh Ram has won it again. Epic Warrior has come in for the wet tyres as well, trying to match his teammate. Pete with the 1:52.9 on the wets. Let's see if when DJ Rocker comes past, we'll see what the lap times are. Here's the 1:56. So 1:52.9. Let's see what DJ Rocker can do. See if they are quicker or if they are slower. It does look like the rain is getting quite heavy, so I'm not sure. Into the line now. It does look like it's going to be quicker. Unless Pete's just had a bad lap. But Raz with another time penalty. No Raz. Got 9 now. I mean, you are 50 seconds over Pete. That also does show Raz has pulled from Pete. And DJ Rocker has spun it again, which gives Panini the advantage to get into P1. And we have a safety car. Was that from Pete? I think that was... I don't know if that's because of Pete, DJ Rocker, I mean. I don't see any other incidents on the track. I think that was because of DJ Rocker's spin. This is going to help both Josh and Epic Warrior. Epic Warrior is a full lap down from everyone. Josh Ring gets a 5 second a drive through penalty for speeding of the safety car. Does he know there's a safety? Yeah, he does. He's going to want to serve that drive through and catch up to the pack straight away. I cannot see how many laps are left because the stream thing is in the way. This is going to change. This is going to make the last few laps interesting. Some people are pitting. Are they going to go on new intermediates or are they going to go on wets? As Pete's coming in. He's going back on the inters. I think they are the quicker tyre. But Crafty's gone with the wets. He thinks they're not the quicker tyre. This is going to be make it able for Raz to get back into the battle of first. What Helios? How many penalties is Helios on? He's on 9. 2 people in front of him on 6. JXC with a drive through. That now gives Helios the 5th position. DJ Rocker has decided to pit. I think, is he going to go on new intermediates or is he going to go on wets? I think I can see the green striped tyre over there. Yeah, I can. Another pair of intermediates. And he does have wing... Oh, okay, the safety car was for him. He got wing damage. Raz also pitting for the new set of intermediates. Raz does jump DJ Rocker in the pits though. The penalty difference, Raz is on a 9 second while DJ Rocker's on a 3. So if Raz wants to get ahead of DJ Rocker, he has to make a 6-second gap between DJ Rocker. We see Panini Man come to the pits as well for a new set of intermediates. This is also going to help Pete, the only man without penalties. He's going to catch up everyone else and maybe try and get past. Or just sit behind them until the end of the race, the penalties. Safety car is... oh, never mind. It's because it's quite towards the end of the race. So it's going to be a battle between P1, P2 and P3. It's going to be interesting. everyone else has now lost their chance to try and catch up because it's coming in this lap. See when Panini is gonna go. In goes the safety car. When is he gonna go? It's waiting late. He's gonna go off this corner. Yes, he is, and they're off. He has jumped them a bit, but he is slowly catching. DJ Rocker is falling behind a bit. 2 laps left in this Tier 3 USA race. It's going to be interesting in the top 3, but with penalties, it's not going to make it any easier. DJ Rocker is looking like he is the one to win this right now because he's only on 3 seconds while everyone else is on 11 and 9. DJ Rocker just holds it clean, no more penalties, and doesn't put too much throttle down and spin. He looks to be the man to win this race. I reckon he doesn't even need to make the move on Raz unless he wants to try and catch up or just to get the satisfaction of crossing the line in P1. Have to wait and see though. He lives with another penalty. Oh, I think you're sent it from Mississippi to watch how bad he does. I mean, he's in 7th. Could be worse. He's also the only man without penalties. So he could gain a few positions on penalties there. Sorry for him to do still. So it looks like he's in 5th at the moment. Let's go back to the top 3. We're slowly coming up to the back marker of Josh, DJ Rocker's teammate. Now he's hoping that he gets it. D-man's hoping he gets out the way. That's 2 catches though. And the final lap of this USA race. I think it's going to stay P-man P1, Raz P2, DJ Rocker P3 on to take the checkered flag. But penalties will come into play and DJ Rocker will be the man to win this race. I think that's what he's doing. I think he's acknowledged that he has not as many penalties as everyone else around him, and he's just playing it slow and safe to make sure he doesn't get any more penalties and he does not crash. Just playing it calm. Down to the end of Sector 2 for the end of this race. I think Raz is also thinking the same. He knows he's going to get the jump on Panini, but he won't get the jump on DJ. Right on board with Panini's race. Coming through the right-hand corner of near the end of this track. He has led most of the last few laps, but he's now coming home through the last corner to take the checkered flag for the Tier 3 race, but he will not stay in P1. It will be DJ Rocker who wins the Tier 3 Round 2 USA race. Unfortunate for Raz getting them penalties, but he still takes home P2. The replica is going to take home P4 for Ferrari. Unless he doesn't hit the wall. He does hit the wall, but he keeps it clean. Oh no, P! He doesn't even take the checkered flag. W cursed him. The XC did not serve his drive through, which is going to give him a 20-second penalty. Second boost craft up to P5. And Helios up to P5. Epic Warrior's already taken the checkered flag from being a lap down. I just go away from Joshua to come around and complete his lap. Now coming towards the end of the lap, Joshua has tried to hold, but he did end up having a few spins every now and then. But he still gets taken home point and he's pitting. He has a drive-through, but that wouldn't really make a difference. But oh well. And that is the end of the Tier 3 round. I know it's round USA Grand Prix. Driver of the day is DJ Rocker. That is well deserved. He did have a very good race. And here is your top 3. DJ Rocker in the house taking P1, Raz in the Mercedes taking P2, and Panini Man taking P3 in the Williams. There is the standings of the Tier 3 race. DJ Rocker taking home P1 with the 25 points. Wasn't able to get the maximum points for the fastest lap. JXC took that fastest lap. Raz in P2 in the Mercedes taking home 18 points. Panini Man in P3 taking home 15 points for his team. Then after that we have Replica in P4, Helios P5, Crash Inc P6, JXC P7, Josh Ram P8, Pete P9. Unfortunately, he did DNF before taking the checker flag, and we have Epic Warrior P10 and 11 for Mayhems. Not the greatest day for Red Bull, but let's see if they come back better next week. Okay. I don't know why it doesn't say your last, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm leading Drivers' Championship, aren't I? I will have to check. No, I can't check, no, I'll have to wait till it goes on Instagram. So I don't think it's on Discord anymore. Right, anyway, that has been the Tier 3 Round 2 USA race. Thank you all for coming along to watch, and I will hope